Today, four of us will be going to present the project proposal that proposed by Petronas Sdn Bhd. So the project that they are proposed, which is environmental service. So here the team members. First is AYUNIS, second NOWWARAH, third is me, NURFARHANA, and then the fourth is NORSURIANTI. Okay, and then we proceed to the introduction. So firstly, I will explain what is the environmental service. Environmental service is referred to the qualitative function of asset of land, water, and air, including the related ecosystem. So actually, there are three basic types of environmental service, which is disposal service, productive service, consumer and consumption service. Okay, and then here the project team organization. So firstly is AYUNIS. She is the project manager, project director, and then secondly NOWWARAH. He is the program manager, and me as the floor manager, and Suryanti as the project management unit. Okay, and then here is our company background. So our company is SYAIRAH Sdn Bhd. We have many years of experience in the sector, and we are committed to provide excellent service to meet our customer needs and expectations. We provide many types of service, not only seminar and consultation. And then we focus on the environmental monitoring and assessment, but not only for air and water, but also offer a wide range of environmental service and products. And SYAIRAH Sdn Bhd also we provide experienced trainers, including senior engineers, senior lecturers, and environmentalists. Here our company vision, mission, and goals. So our vision to assist to create a developed world with a better environment, and our mission to contribute to achieve sustainable development and environmental protection wherever we work. And our goal is to provide sustainable solution for a cleaner and safer environment. Here our focus to our client. First, to offer a comprehensive range of consultancy service, and then secondly, to provide total management of waste, and then thirdly, to provide a complete range of service in water quality, and then fourthly, to provide integrated and centralized environmental data that fit to quality assurance. And then here are a few of our service that we provide. For example, water quality monitoring assessment, environmental monitoring assessment, environment and safety awareness, renewable energy assessment, industrial hazardous waste management practice, biological monitoring and assessment, energy efficiency business consultation, solid waste and waste minimization, damage remediation assessment, and waste disposal. Okay, next is the management section, and will be explained by NORSURIANTI.
Hi, I would like to explain about the management sections, which is the management section, which what we plan for the project. Alright, the first element is WBS, means work-based structure. The structure is deliverables oriented hierarchical decomposition of the works to be executed by the team, which is the first planning. We need to identify what sector or what item need to do on the project. So we need to delegate to our team. All right, and then the W element on WBS element consists in the work based structure. Base structure must consistent with cost and human resource for the integration between schedule, cost, and responsibility can be achieved. Okay, the process of WBS project into smaller and more manageable component. So simply put, the work breakdown technique to be more easier to estimate and control. So with that, we know how the project work and how the project can be run. Right. For the next is for the Gantt chart. Gantt chart is the next slide is the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart is the timeline, the timeline, how long and how we can run the project is fast or not. All right. So the Gantt chart is a bar chart format. Is possible to check on the progress with a quick glance. Yeah? Easier to see and to visual display of the whole project, timeline and deadline and all the tasks. The relationship, dependency between the various activities and project phase. Alright, the Gantt chart used for planning and schedule of the project, which is every single task we have a specific timeline. The example is the next slide, which is you can see the timeline, right? It's like one task, and the timeline is maybe the period of the period of the time, the period of the items or the activity very clear. So one activity is almost like 4 days or 5 days, right? For the next slide is I present about the network diagram. Network diagram is similar to the Gantt chart, which is a network diagram is a graphical representative of all of the tasks. The similar dengan with the Gantt chart, but this is show the representative the task lah, which is one activity, person in charge, one activity and one person in charge. Why we use network diagrams for the troubleshooting bugs, error and issues about the IT cluster, maintaining the security and compliance, outline the step of completing a project, sell network related project to the stakeholder. The stakeholder is our client. The benefit why we need to use the diagram also, network diagram help to justify our time, estimate the project, how long can the run and meet the timeline and all meet the deadline. Okay, for the next for the technical I pass to my team, Miss Farhana, to explain further.
Alright, and then for the technical section. Okay. As for the technical section, here are our project objective. So the project purpose actually to have better knowledge and to enhance their understanding on the wider range of service in environmental industries. So we are here to give and to enhance your understanding of the wider range of the service in the environmental industries with a view to identify the key challenges. And then our project objective, firstly, to explore methodologies to identify scope of environmental service, to gather good regulatory practice, to widening range of environmental service, to optimizing regulatory measures on the environmental service, to raise awareness toward the environmental service, to liberalizing environmental service step with environmental goods. And then next is our project approach. So our project approach, firstly, to deliver best systems with regard to the environment, which is to place a great importance on protecting the global environment, to aware and care for the natural environment, which is to place great importance on preserving the environment, and then to compliance with environmental legislation, and then to improve an environmental management system to prevent such as environmental pollution, and then to communicate and disclose the environmental policy to all the people who work in the industry. and then to disseminate of the objective of the project through the great communication and effort in the organization itself. And then here our project implementation. So we use 3 implementation. Firstly, training and technical cooperation. Secondly, manuals and training materials. And thirdly, we use cooperation with research community. And then next is the course section, will be presented by AYUNIS.
Hi, I'm AYUNIS. We'll proceed to the next slide for course section. Okay, in this section, I will explain about our proposal budget. Okay, but before that, we need to know what project budget is. Okay, for project budget is the total sum of money allocated for the particular purpose of the project for a specific period of time. So that for our project, we just focus on 3 essential services, which is water business, and then refuse disposal and environmental management. So for this project, the goal budget of management is to control project costs within the approved budget and deliver the expected project goals. So for the successful project, it meets the quality expectation of the sponsor and stakeholder to the project scope, like delivered on schedule. So it is delivered within the budget, and once delivered, the quality expectation will be required. And then for this section also, so finance Sdn Bhd focus on the 3 steps. We step by step, which is defining the budget and then execute the budget, control, and the last one is update the budget. So the next slide is about inputs, outputs, and the process. So for the inputs, okay, for the inputs budget, which is include WBS, project contract, or initial budget, resource requirements, resource cost estimate, activity duration estimate, historical information, market condition, and sponsor and organization policies. So for the outputs, the project team will use the above information to develop 3 important documents for the project, so that cost estimate by activity, the project budget, and the budget variance report. So we have 3 process for this course section, which is plan, do, and check. Plan, we will define and estimate the resource requirements and develop budget. So in the second step for do, we will obtain approval, publish budget, and then the authorized expense. So the last part is we will check this process, budget control and performance analysis. Okay, proceed for the next slide with budget elements. Okay, budget elements is the project budget is the instrument through which the cost of the project's activity plans, priorities, and organization are expressed. So this is the cost categorized and listed before preparing the budget or cost proposal. So this is the elements that include in our cost proposal preparation, which is the first one is salaries and wages. Okay, salaries and wages to cover personnel, honorarium, and clerical assistant. So salaries requests must be consistent with the regular practice by Finance Sdn Bhd. In addition to making provision for the above categories, it is imperative that the budget include funds to cover fringe benefit for the full-time employees. Okay, the next is travel. Travel include in-state and out-of-state trips or fieldwork attendance for the seminar or workshop. And then the subcontracting include consultant. But for the anticipated consultant services must be justified in detail, which is daily composition rate, number of days of expected service, and more. And then the next slide is number 4 is communication, which is include postage, mailing services, and telecommunications charges. Okay, the next is supply and materials, include such as printing, or instructional materials, officer supply and others. So the budget should indicate in general terms the type of expendable materials and supplies that are required to meet the goal of the project. So the last one is indirect cost. Indirect cost ni like facilities and administrative, which appears as a single item in the budget, but this item not the profit. This is also only represent the total cost of the project activities. So that this will include overall administrative costs like payroll, buildings, equipment, and others. So the next is project cost. Okay, for the Supainas NURFARHANA provide 3 service with the total price for this project is 900 and 1,000. So for each service cost is only 300 and 1,000. So the proposed costs are such as direct labor, which price 285,000, subcontracting 34,000, travel cost 522 ringgit and 522,000 and 500. And the last one is other costs. So for the other costs like the maintenance and administrative and others, so 58 ringgit and 58,500. So our cost project will affect the company over time because we set the budget limit based on time or cost. So when a project budget is nearing its limit, the software will send a notification so that the projects can be adjusted. The last part is budget approval. So the next slide. Okay, the budget approval for this section is the final step. Every organization, each department must have their own budget, so of project expense and revenues of the period. So the budget must be approved by the finance and leadership teams to make sure the number are in line with corporate projection and priorities. So the 3 steps that Supainas NURFARHANA use are we customize the form, define the workflow, and we track the progress. Okay. Next will be presented by NOWWARAH.
Hi, I'm NOORUL. I'm going to present for the project risk management. Okay, so for the project risk management, as we know, risk management is a project, an important part of environment services that give function to land, water, and air. Is for the managing the risk is one of the greatest important in preventing any cost overrun or other problem that might arise. So for risk management, we will know what will happen on the project after or before the project run. Next. Okay, for the external risk, they have 6 elements on the external risk. Firstly is a political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal. So for the political, as we know, the risk is extraordinary as we need to follow the government policies. Next is the economy, and we need to follow the any exchange rate that economy provided. So for the social, that is any social risk that may occur in emerge from the conflict of interest. Thirdly, for the technological, as we know, all the technology are advanced now, so we must follow all the technology to make sure our project is smooth. For the environment risk is basically the surrounding environment factor which will affect the project progress. So for the legal, we need to follow all the legal policies. If not, it will cause a bad effect to our project because it will because we will not follow the legal procedure. Next. Okay, so for the internal risk, they have 3 stages, which is first is pre-project environmental services stage, second is project environmental services stage, and third is post-project environmental services stage. Next. For the first is the pre-project environmental services stage. They have two risks, which is technical risk and financial risk. For the technical risk will affect the product output of the project if we create a barrier from the services that provided, which is suitable with customer not suitable. So we need to know what is the technical services that we must follow. So next is financial risk. Financial background is one of the most critical element to the employer. With a positive financial cash flow, this project might have chance to face failure. So for the financial risk, we need to know how much our budget to make sure we don't face any financial risk. Next. Secondly is on the project environmental services stage, they have 4 stages risk, which is first is managerial risk, second is logistical risk, third is a safety risk, and fourth is organizational risk. So for the managerial risk, the management of project should be ensured before the services begin. The person in charge of the management project must plan ahead that there is sufficient amount of material that need to use. Secondly, logistic risk, all the logistic is arrive on the timeline. So safety risk, and we also must make sure all the staff are aware of the safety hazard. And lastly, it's the organization risk. The most important requirement in an organization is communication. So without a good communication, maybe the project will not achieve the mission. Next. So lastly is a post-project environmental services stage. They have 2 risks, which is operation risk and maintenance risk. For the operation risk, in this case, if the project in the proposal mentioned was built, it might not meet the expectation. So the cost of the mixed development might be higher by a certain amount of percentage. So lastly is a maintenance risk. Maintenance costs can be ridiculously spiking if not managed properly. All the facility must be well maintained to make sure all the process in a good timeline. That's all from me. So next slide will be presented by AYUNIS.
Again, AYUNIS will present about the control system. Okay, for control system is the important part in the project management. So when management control for organization fail, it can lead to significant financial loss, harm to reputation, and possibly even to the organization fail. So the main task in project control is to measure actual progress and compare it to plan progress on timely and regular basis, and to take necessary corrective action immediately. Okay, so for this slide, have project estimation, project budget, inclusion of earn value management system, project schedule, and controlling the cost. Okay, the next is cost control. Okay, this is also the part of control system, which is once finance penambahan update and budget have been calculated, we will compare with the baseline schedule and budget. So for our project, we'll begin on January 2021 until December 2022. So during the execution of a project, the project is moved according to the well preparation through the management section like WBS, network diagram, Gantt chart, and RM responsibility metric. So cost control is process of collecting actual cost and collecting the project in a format to allow comparison with project budget. So we use cost control for necessary to keep a record of monetary expenditure for purpose such as minimizing cost where possible and revealing areas of cost overspend. And the next is cost and schedule control. Okay, for the cost and schedule control, we use the phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. So finance penambahan just following this model to make the better project cost and schedule. For the For the phase 4, okay, gather is this is a set activity is associated with collecting project actual performance information. For the organized in this step, the team assembles and prepares the data for analysis according to organizational guidelines and personal preference in assembling project performance data. So analyze, we will once the data have been organized, we need to be effectively analyzed. Okay. For the last is decide. Okay, analyze of data will reveal information that may require the action. So the goal at this point, in accordance with organizational guidance and effective project practice, which is to take appropriate action to keep the project on track. Okay, as a conclusion, the last part, okay, is overall our project proposal, which is to finance NURFARHANA focus on the 3 services with the 900 and 1,000 cost budget. So the primary goal of this project is to provide sustainable solution for a cleaner and safer environment. So the environment services and its industry have shown their importance in meeting global needs and market. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.